The NBA better watch out because the Toronto Raptors are not a team that should be underestimated. They had a rough start to the season, but have now righted the ship and are turning things around. The Raptors have had impressive victories over the 76ers, back-to-back wins over the Bucks, and defeated the Brooklyn Nets. In this video, we will talk about why I believe the Raptors are going to be low-key one of the scarier teams in the East this year, with a realistic shot at doing some real damage come playoff time. Also, we're going to go over who I believe is their X factor. I think losing a guy like Serge Ibaka hurt the team to start the season. But remember, this Raptor squad doesn't have the luxury of playing at home in Toronto like the rest of the NBA does. They are playing in Tampa Bay this year, which brings loads of extra challenges that other teams don't have to face. It's fair to say that the Raptors are playing 100% of their games on the road this season. So it doesn't shock me that the start of the year 2-8, and it shocks me even less that people were so quick to discount them. I'm not one of those people. They have gone 15-9 since that poor start to the season, against strong competition, and are now the 4th seed in the East. Had they played like that to start the year, the Raptors would have had the second best record in the Eastern Conference, and the narrative would have been different. The Raptors currently rank 9th in the league in net rating, which by the way isn't that far off from the top-seeded Philadelphia 76ers, who have the 8th best net rating. The Raptors also got the 10th best offensive rating and the 13th best defensive rating. This team is solid at taking care of the ball, considering they do it better than 18 other teams in the league, and rank 2nd in the NBA at forcing turnovers. They're also 4th in blocks and 2nd in steals. On offense, the Raptors do need to keep improving their overall efficiency from the floor, but from downtown, they're already one of the deadlier teams considering they rank 6th in three-point efficiency and 3rd in three-point makes. Even though the advanced stats indicate that Kyle Lowry isn't quite as good as he was in previous seasons, he is still very productive for them and provides incredible leadership. And having OG Anunoby back is great for the Raptors considering he is a two-way player. Anunoby is very versatile defensively, being able to effectively guard the opposing team's best player, and on offense is very reliable from behind the arc. And by the way, he's only getting better and better offensively, and I'm starting to see him create for himself a little bit more. I believe he's an all-star in the making. Pascal Siakam started the season slow, but is now starting to get his groove and confidence back. He's been looking a lot more comfortable out there, and his playmaking has been underrated. I just like to see him be a little bit more consistent and to improve his three-point shooting. Nick Nurse, who as we all know is one of the most creative head coaches in the league, has been experimenting a bit by playing Siakam at center, which has netted some promising results. In the 379 possessions that Siakam has played at center, the Raptors have had a net rating of plus 9.5 points. So I expect a lot more of that once Siakam returns to action. And once he's back to his old self, and I don't doubt he will be, Siakam will make the Raptors that much more dangerous. Now let's move on to Fred VanVleet, who's taken yet another leap this season. This guy has been playing very nicely on both ends of the floor. VanVleet is deadly from long range, can snatch the ball from you, is great at finishing around the basket, is effective at setting up his teammates, and is a dependable shot maker in the fourth quarter. He also still leads the league in deflections, which is incredible considering his size and wingspan. Imagine how deadly he would be if he was like 2 or 3 inches taller. I think it is such a luxury for the Raptors that they got a guy leading the league in deflections and another guy in Kyle Lowry leading the league in charges drawn. Masai Ujiri did very well re-signing Fred VanVleet in the offseason. I think one of the biggest reasons the Raptors are surging is the production of Norman Powell. I believe he is the team's X factor this year. The guy has been playing like a legit all-star since joining the starting lineup. In 21 starts, he's averaging 21.4 points on 52.4 shooting from the field, 45% from downtown on a little over 6 3-point attempts per game, and 92% from the charity stripe. This is dominant all-star level efficiency, and even if his numbers do come down to earth a little bit, he will still be a huge weapon for them. Powell is just a really good finisher for the Raptors and rarely turns the ball over as well. I think he's a guy Masai needs to figure out a way to re-sign in the offseason. And now let's talk about Boucher, who's been incredible for the Raptors off the bench, and should warrant both 6th Man of the Year and Most Improved Player consideration. I'd say he's probably the team's co-X factor alongside Powell. Boucher has more than doubled his production from last year, and that's not just because he's been getting more minutes. He's done this on improved efficiency. Boucher went from shooting 47% from the field to 53%, and went from shooting 32% from downtown to an impressive 45%. The guy is also swatting 2 shots a game, is 4th in the league in total shots contested, 8th in the NBA in 2-point shots contested, and 3rd in 3-point shots contested. And the crazy part is that Boucher is doing all this in only 23 minutes per game. Now look, I'm not saying the Raptors are going to be this serious threat to come out of the East, but I don't think that teams are going to be happy to face them come playoff time if they continue trending in this positive direction as the season progresses. The Raptors have the potential to do some serious damage in the playoffs, and they are not a team to sleep on. What do you guys think? Let me know down below if you believe the Raptors are being overlooked, and if you think they can do some serious damage in the playoffs. I do try and respond to most people the first week or so the video is up. Also, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and hit that like button to help me out with that YouTube algorithm. Would be much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next one, guys. I'm out.